The Suzuki Swift is a subcompact car produced by Suzuki in Japan since 2000. Prior to this, the Swift nameplate had been applied to the Suzuki Cultus in numerous export markets. Nameplate history. The Suzuki Swift began in 1985 as a marketing and manufacturing rebadge of the Suzuki Cultus, a supermini manufactured and marketed worldwide across 3 generations and 4 body configurations: a Euro 3-door hatchback, 4-door sedan, 5-door hatchback and 2-door convertible Euro, and using the Suzuki G engine family. The Swift was marketed in the Japanese domestic market as the Cultus and elsewhere as the Suzuki Swift, Suzuki Forza, Suzuki Jazz, Chevrolet Swift, Chevrolet Sprint and Sprint Metro, Geo and Chevrolet Metro, Pontiac Firefly, Maruti 1000, Holden Barina and Subaru Justy. Versions of the second-generation Cultus were also produced until 2007 in India, and the car remains in production today in Pakistan and China. For more information on the initial versions of the Swift, see Suzuki Cultus. First generation. HT51S, HT81S. The first-generation Swift was introduced in 2000 as a replacement for the Suzuki Cultus. Outside of Japan, the Suzuki Ignis name was used. Both 3- and 5-door hatchback body styles were offered, although the 3-door was not offered as part of the regular lineup in Japan. The Swift was powered by a new generation of Suzuki inline-4 gasoline engines, the M family. Engine displacements of 1.3 and 1.5 liters were offered, both with a 5-speed manual transmission or optional 4-speed automatic. The vehicle was available with either front or four-wheel drive. Vehicles fitted with a 1.3-liter engine were designated HT51S, with the 1.5-liter version assigned HT81S. The shorter 3-door body variant formed the basis of the Swift Sport in Japan, or Ignis Sport in export markets. Introduced in 2003, it featured redesigned bumpers, and was fitted with a higher output version of the 1.5-liter engine. The Sport ceased production in 2005, with the regular Swift models remaining until 2006 for the Japanese market only. HR51S, HR81S. In 2001, General Motors introduced the Chevrolet Cruze Euro, a crossover SUV based on the Swift, retaining the original car's basic dimensions and powerplants. The Cruze was restyled, adopting a crossover look between a tall hatchback and a sport utility vehicle, and the 3-door body was dropped. The Chevrolet Cruze commercial designation was used in Japan, while in Australia the car was sold as the Holden Cruze from 2002 to 2006. The 1.3-liter cars were given the model code HR51S, with the 1.5-liter versions coded HR81S. Suzuki in Europe introduced the Cruze modifications as an update of the Ignis in 2003, although extended by 145 mm in length, thus improving interior and luggage dimensions. Due to an agreement with Subaru, this model was also sold throughout Europe in all-wheel drive form as the Subaru Justy from 2003. These Europe-only models were manufactured by Magyar Suzuki in Hungary. Due to the local presence of the Chevrolet badged model, Suzuki in Japan did not utilize the modifications for a Suzuki badged model of its own. Second generation, ZC71S, ZC11S, ZD11S, ZC21S, ZD21S, ZC31S. The second-generation Swift debuted at the Paris Motor Show in September 2004. The design of the new Swift was previewed on the Concept S and Concept S2 concept cars at auto shows, in the years leading up to its launch. This generation of the Swift marked a significant departure with the previous Cultus-based models, with Suzuki redesigning the vehicle as less of a low-price alternative subcompact and more of a sporty subcompact. The Swift's design and driving characteristics focused on the European market, with its chassis refined through a road testing program across Europe. The second-generation Swift has received a 4 stars out of 5 rating in the Euro NCAP crash tests. It also was awarded 2006 Semperite Irish Car of the Year in Ireland. Since its global launch in 2005, which was kicked off with a marketing campaign fronted by the footballer Cristiano Ronaldo in many European countries. The Swift has recorded above forecast sales in most markets. In Japan, sales figures have been twice the forecast, and in many European markets the model has been a runaway success. The Swift was available with 1.3 and 1.5-litre petrol engines, rated at 92 metric horsepower and 102 metric horsepower, respectively. It was produced in Hungary, India, Japan, Pakistan and by Chang Motors in China. In China and Japan, only the 5-door body is available, and 4-wheel drive is an option for the 1.3 and 1.5-litre petrol engines. A 1.2-litre engine fitted with an automatic continuously variable transmission was offered as in front-wheel drive only. In Europe, the Swift was launched in 3 or 5-door hatchback forms, with 1.3 and 1.5-litre petrol engines, and a 1.3-litre DDIS engine supplied by Fiat. The 1.3 petrol is also available with an automated manual transmission or with 4-wheel drive. Both the 1.3-litre and 1.5-litre petrol models are available with 4-wheel drive, and hold the chassis numbers, ZD11S and ZD21S. Swift Sport. In October 2005, Suzuki launched the sport version of the new Swift in Japan named Swift RS, and in September 2006 the model was introduced in most European markets. Named Swift Sport, it is powered by an enhanced M16A unit, a high-revving 1.6-litre, naturally aspirated DOHC VVT 4-cylinder engine with an 11.1:1 compression ratio, high lift cams, forged pistons, and strengthened valve springs. The 1.6-litre engine produces 125 metric horsepower and 148 Nm torque. At 3,765 mm, the car is 70 mm longer than the standard Swift. The Swift Sport features sportier bumpers and spoilers, a stiffer suspension, twin exhaust pipes, red sport seats and 4-wheel disc brakes on 16-inch wheels. The European Swift Sport features 5-speed manual transmission, the 3-door body variant, 17-inch wheels and electronic stability control. Maruti. The Maruti Suzuki Swift was launched in India in May 2005 with a 1.3-litre petrol engine. Later, in early 2007, Maruti introduced the Swift with a Fiat-sourced 1.3L DDIS engine. In 2010, due to the new BS4 emission norms, Maruti replaced the 1.3L petrol engine with a 1.2L K-series engine. In August 2011, Maruti launched the all-new third-generation Swift, with 1.2L K-series petrol and 1.3L DDIS engines. Hence Maruti Suzuki Swift design is derived from the previous Suzuki Swift which was already in foreign market. Maruti Suzuki launched limited edition Swift RS. It is available on the VXi and VDI variants of the hatchback. Swift Dzire. Maruti Suzuki launched the Maruti Dzire in India on March 26, 2008. It is a sedan version of the Swift hatchback. It replaced the long-standing Maruti Esteem and shared its engines with the hatchback. Swift Dzire is a result of an indigenous project started in 2005 to design a 3-box notchback version of the Swift hatchback. Some changes have been made to the car, a Euro unregistered trademark S overall styling to seamlessly integrate the boot. The wheelbase remains the same. The car weighs about 35 kilograms more than the hatchback. Few modifications in the rear suspension have been done to cope with the additional weight of the boot and improve the ride quality for the rear passengers. Adjustments in the rear seat inclination have been made to improve the rear seat comfort and legroom. In February 2012, Maruti launched the new Swift Dzire, which is based on the third-generation Swift. Unlike the previous generation, it is a compact sedan under 4,000 ohm. It shares its engines with the hatchback. Like the previous car, changes to the suspension have been made. It also has two-tone beige and black interiors, unlike the hatchback's all-black interiors. Maruti Suzuki in India launched the second generation of its sedan Maruti Swift Dzire on February 1, 2012. Swift Range Extender. The Suzuki Swift plug-in hybrid concept car was unveiled at the 2009 Tokyo Motor Show. The Swift plug-in concept has an all-electric range of about 30 km drawing on a lithium-ion battery pack. When the battery is running low, a small 0.66 L engine kicks into power a generator that charges the battery. In May 2010, Suzuki announced a demonstration program with 60 Swift plug-in hybrids in Japan scheduled to start by late 2010. Initially, sales of the Suzuki Swift plug-in hybrid electric vehicle were scheduled to begin by 2013. The plug-in car is powered by a 55 kW, 180 Nm synchronous motor and a 2.66 kWh Li-ion battery pack. Average fuel consumption, calculated by combining fuel consumption during operation on electric power from grid charge and fuel consumption during hybrid operation after depletion of the battery pack, is 37.6 km per litre on the JC08 cycle. Grid charge time for the battery is approximately 1.5 hours at 100 V and 1 hour at 200 V. In March 2014, Maruti Suzuki announced that it will provide several copies of the production version, renamed Swift Range Extender, as part of a pilot project to be conducted in partnership with the Indian government during 2014-15. According to Marussia Euro 1 registered trademark S tests, the Swift Range Extender delivers a combined fuel efficiency of up to 48.2 km per litre, with an all-electric range of 25.5 km. The battery takes nearly 90 minutes to get fully charged. Maruti is awaiting for the implementation of the India's National Electric Mobility Mission Plan 2020, which will define the government's purchase incentives for plug-in electric cars. Third generation, ZC72S, ZC82S, ZC32S, the third-generation Swift is being produced at Suzuki's plant in Hungary, from where it will be supplied across Europe. The new car has its wheelbase extended by 50 mm over the previous second generation and has many visual updates. While the new car looks different from the old one, its design is an evolution of the radical second-generation styling with a longer and more rounded appearance. Post-September 2010, Swifts are fitted with a heavily revised version of the K12 engine found in the Suzuki Wagoner Plus D. In most countries, the third generation of Suzuki Swift uses a 1.4-litre VVT petrol engine which produces 95 HP. During September 2010, Suzuki in the United Kingdom released the third generation Swift onto British roads. The new generation is expected to feature a 1.2-litre VVT petrol engine developing 92 bhp. In some countries, the third generation of Suzuki Swift uses a 1.4-litre VVT petrol engine which produces 95 HP. In Thailand, the Swift is built locally and is part of the Thai government's Eco-Car program. The car is sold with a CVT automatic transmission on GA, GL and GLX variants. GA and GL variants are also offered with a 5-speed manual transmission without anti-lock brakes. For Malaysia market was released in July 12, 2013. As for the previous generation, a 4-door saloon model was developed for India by Maruti in 2012. This is shorter than the previous generation. Now at 3.99 am, it falls underneath an important tax threshold at 4 meters of length. Swift S concept. The Suzuki Swift S concept was at the 2011 Australian International Motor Show. The concept car is powered by a 1.6-litre 4-cylinder engine combined with a 6-speed manual transmission. At Paris, it was rumoured that the next Swift Sport would get a 150 horsepower, a 22% increase over the 2010 model. Riding on 18-inch wheels, the car now features a large rear wing, new headlights and rear lighting clusters. It has also been brought closer to the ground. Inside, designers included bucket seats, a new steering wheel, different instrumentation and carbon fiber trim. Swift Sport. The 2012 Suzuki Swift Sport is powered by a revised 1.6-litre 4-cylinder engine producing 100 kW and 160 Nm torque. The 2012 model comes with the option of a 6-speed manual transmission or a high-performance CVT transmission with 7-speed manual mode and paddle shifters. At 3,890 mm, the car is 177 mm longer than the current Mini Cooper S. It is similarly wider and taller, but its 2,430 mm wheelbase is 36 mm shorter than the Cooper. Riding on lightweight 17-inch alloys, the car now features a rear spoiler, a large front grille, body kit, new HID headlights and rear lighting clusters. It has also been brought closer to the ground. Inside, designers included bucket seats, a new steering wheel, different instrumentation and sporty red stitching. In January 2014, the Swift Sport was updated to include a 6.1 inches combined sat-nav DAB radio infotainment touchscreen as standard. Swift Sport SZR. In the United Kingdom, Suzuki has released another special edition of the Swift, the SZR, with a list price of £14,249 and limited to just 100 units. The SZR has a 136 horsepower VVT engine and is capable of doing 0 to 62 mph in 8.7 seconds, and reaching a top speed of 121 mph, while returning 44 mpg. It is equipped with 7 airbags, auto air conditioning, cruise control, Bluetooth connectivity and USB port, rear privacy glass and 17-inch wheels. 2013 update. For 2013, Suzuki updated the Swift with some minor cosmetic changes such as a revised front bumper, L-shaped LED daytime running lights on the fog lamp housings, fresh 16-inch wheels, LED-type high-level brake lamp and new seat fabric design. For the Japanese market, it features Suzuki's newly developed dual-jet engine as well as Suzuki's ENE charge system and ECO Cool, implemented from the Suzuki Wagon-R. The new dual-jet engine uses the dual-injection system on its 1.2L petrol engine and it works by increasing vaporization, making combustion more efficient. It channels fuel to 2 intake ports instead of only 1 per cylinder. With the dual-jet engine and the ENE charge, fuel economy is now up to 26.4 km per litre, calculated based on JC08 mode. Motorsport. In 2009, Peter Scott won the Suzuki Swift Cup, the Junior Swift Cup and the British Rally Championship A1 class. Awards. Suzuki Swift has won more than 60 awards including Car of the Year awards. Some of the awards list is given below. 1 Most Fun to Drive Car in Japan Car of the Year Awards 2006 February RJC Japan Car of the Year 2006 and 2011 3 Indian Car of the Year 2012 April 2011 Small Car of the Year by BBC Top Gear India 5 Gold Star Award by Wheels Magazine Australia 6 Best Buy Hot Hatchback by Watka Magazine UK for Swift Sport 7 Best Model and City Cars by Lagos Magazine France 8.2011 Small Car of the Year by AMI. Insurance Auto Car Magazine New Zealand 9 Best Small Car a Euro Unregistered Trademark by the Association of Scottish Motoring Writers and Scottish Car of the Year Awards 2010, references. External links, Global Suzuki, Suzuki Swift Specifications, Maruti Swift Official Site, Suzuki Swift Official Site.